Sometimes, when you gotta go, you gotta go. That's the rule for the back end of the eating process, but what about the front end? We're so quick to rationalize the lowering of our standards when we have a bathroom emergency, yet we dismiss trashy foods that offer a quick pick-me-up when we're starved. It's a double standard that I don't like. I've been there, and believe me, no one should begrudge the salad with a spider in it you bought at the gas station. I'm Brian Gutierrez, and this week on the feed, I'm breaking out the big guns by getting the fine folks in our test kitchen to help you spruce up that spider surrounded by a little bit of salad. Because sometimes, when you gotta eat, you gotta eat. To help make that spider extra tasty, we turn to the director of our test kitchen, Allison Janoby. Welcome to the show, Allison.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Now, a lot of people would probably demand their money back if their gas station salad had a spider in it, but you're hungry, and this spider that's either catching some Z's beneath or being slowly crushed to death by old produce isn't scaring you off. Assuming it wasn't pre-seasoned at the factory, what can someone do to liven it up a little bit?
Well, Brian, we tested a lot of quick spruce-up techniques using items that might be within arm's reach in a gas station that thinks a salad with a spider in it is a healthy alternative to a hot dog that's been cooking for 7 hours. One of my favorites is using the shitty plastic fork to break off the spider's twitching limbs and dip each one into the variety of sauces the gas station offers.
Sounds delicious.
Right? We found that depending on the gas station, you can have a whole world of dippable flavors at your disposal, from ketchup all the way to mustard.
And you've hit the mother lode if you're in one of the ones that has the nacho cheese pump with the crusted over spout that sprays boiling cheese on your arm. What else you got?
A favorite around the test kitchen was not eating the spider and instead nourishing yourself on the spider's misery as you drown it in what you suspect is ranch dressing in that little packet that comes with the salad. But knowing this gas station pays no attention to detail, that dressing could be anything, really. Elmer's glue, delicious deck paint, herbed bull semen. Of all the spider salad spruce-ups we tested, there was one that was a resounding favorite in the test kitchen. Can you guess what it was?
I'd guess it's dry brining the spider in a refrigerator for at least an hour and as much as 12, then placing it on a cold cast iron pan that's slowly brought up to temperature to render the spider's fat and create a delectable crusty crunch, then popping it in an oven set to 450 for 10 minutes. You remove the spider from the pan, sauteed in some mushrooms, then deglazed with red wine, added a splash of soy sauce to give it an umami boost, followed by a pat of butter to emulsify it to create the perfect mushroom sauce that you then drizzle over the spider.
Absolutely not, Brian. We crushed it and sprinkled it on top of pre-made guacamole, kind of like how they prepare grasshoppers in some parts of Mexico. But yours seemed like a lot of work for a bug.
Well, mine sounds better, but to be fair, these are all terrific suggestions that anyone suffering through the delirium of gas station starvation should try out the next time they find a spider, a roach, or even a small but thriving ant colony in their gas station desperation meal.
Thanks, Brian. You know, if there's one thing we learned developing these spruce-ups, it's that if you're at a point in your life where you're buying gas station salads, the spider hiding in it is the least of your worries.
Can't disagree with that. Thanks for all your help, Allison.
Anytime, Brian.
The spider wasn't advertised on the label because there wasn't one. The white ham chunks and a half a hard-boiled egg with a yolk greener than the lettuce beneath it were all the visual confirmation you needed to know that the contents of this box were close enough to food. At the end of the day, that's all you need to pick up your plummeting blood sugar. A twitching spider beneath a tomato slice might be a deterrent to some, but definitely not to you. Sure, eating it with cold, dead eyes, staring blankly into the middle distance as you are frozen in this moment of abject despair, wondering if you can possibly sink any lower, terrified by the thought that, yeah, you can, isn't ideal. But that spider is the steady rock you cling to so you don't drift off into a diabetic coma. And that's okay. We all have our low points. At least you didn't choose the gas station sushi and the wasp that got sandwiched between the rice and what looks like tilapia dyed pink to look like salmon. Join us next week on the feed when we talk to a dairy farmer with a pretty good idea. If we love a cow's cheese on top of a cow's meat, then why not a cow's milk mixed with a cow's blood? Don't forget to support the show and all the other shows on the Inaudible Podcast Network over on Patreon at patreon.com/inaudiblepod. Then follow us on Twitter at inaudiblecast. Don't forget to subscribe right here in whatever app you're using to listen to us right now. It'll be the easiest thing you do all day other than ignoring all of your family to listen to more shows on the Inaudible Podcast Network. See you next week.